Hello. How's it going, guys? I'm realizing I did not quite set up chat on my end. I now have chat. Okay. I'm on deafening.
Keybind to middle mouse button.
I'm back. I messed with audio. Someone talk for a second. That is an amp.
Potato.
Someone that is an amp, okay.
Amp's
It's
quiet.
me.
She won't be able to hear it right
I'm
away.
here.
Well, I mean, you can't be the one that says I am here because
Okay,
that's literally my soundboard intro.
I can do that in a little bit. I'm about to do stuff.
Oh, is it the Phoenix Red soon?
Yes. Now.
Who needs Parsec invite?
Me probably.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a Corona.
We'll be starting soon.
Neon, why are you trying to get a Corona? We're not even rid of it yet. The joke. It was ignored.
Indeed. I am connecting. Oh, sorry.
I think we'll finish the case today.
Probably.
Okay, so I made this joke already, but like my stream title has been cases 1 and 2 since literally the first part.
Oh boy.
Here's to another 3 episodes of Case 1.
Yeah. I think case 1 is the whole game.
Yeah.
I think I would have heart palpitations if there was any more game after Case 1.
Yeah.
I would literally
That would
die
just
of a
be
heart
too
attack.
exciting.
I mean,
It's-
surely.
Like, once they got off of GBA, they had more storage space to write longer cases / more cases. So I'm not I'm not too surprised that I underestimated how long the first case would be, but to this degree, I'm kind of surprised by.
Once I'm proven innocent, I have no reason to record anymore.
Little does he know. Anyway, Neon's not here yet, so I don't want to like start it yet.
Sure.
But you can read through chat history, I guess. I don't think we've read anything since.
Yeah, because you
They
probably
came.
skipped a bunch. Yeah.
But it's like,
Okay,
hey,
I'm back and trying to connect.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the recap was like, hey, we found a gold coin in this beefsteak. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, who put my $5 there?
Yeah.
The coal bond must be a key element.
It's a key element.
Let's see. It's gonna be hard to taste that coin because, like, the meat's gonna taste irony anyway.
True.
Cause of death: ate too much iron.
If you bite into the coin, you're just gonna think it's a bone.
You might break a tooth or something and then have to go to the dentist.
I see.
It's all connected. It's all connected,
Yes.
see?
All right, are we good?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, no stuff from the top.
What was the poison called again?
Uh,
The poisson.
yeah, yeah.
Anesthetics.
I said like
Curacao, Curaga.
yeah, I said kurare, and I wanted to make a
Kurare,
kuraga
that's
joke.
right.
I don't know if I did or not, but I guess I can
think
look
you did.
up the pronunciation.
Right.
Corona.
Kurare.
Kurare.
I was so fucking close.
It ain't kurare, it's curare.
It's not
Kurare.
Japanese.
Quantities.
Yeah,
It's
filthy
not
weeaboo.
What the fuck
It's
was
clearly European, guys.
that? Yeah. I mean, didn't they say it was like South American or something?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was probably named by Europeans.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was named by the researcher that went there because the tribe was probably it's just a funny poison.
Nope.
Definitely poison.
We just call it poison.
No stuff from the top. I'm not even streaming the game though, yo.
Who was Milsa?
I don't know that we ever settled on that one.
It was Fred. It was the military guy.
Yes.
Oh, no, this is
Ah.
the military. Okay.
Wait, hold. I'm checking. Is my part? Are you still on? What screen are you on, Dobie? Because either my parsec's frozen or your shit's fucked up.
It's on the game. Is it on the game for anyone
It-
else?
It's working
No,
for me.
What section of the game? I want to know.
I'm on the text log.
Good.
Yeah,
I
text
just
log.
wanted to know you. Yeah. No, I was military guy. It's just. What now?
Yeah. From the top.
No, okay, I'll read it.
What's this all about? Why haven't been called up again? Don't you realize it's dinner time for the old baby Ido? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves.
And then this. Oh man.
I can move.
Get that box out of my face.
The stream can't see the box. The box isn't there.
Hmm.
The box isn't
yeah.
real, it can't hurt you.
There's no box.
That's
within
part of the
walls.
bottom.
Make
New
with
box.
unity. Alright. Exploited by the police we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom myself, I became a ruined man in a trice. A worthless, withered antique.
And feeling control now.
Help! Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korikuda-san, something has come to light that requires your clarification. I'm gonna be talking to myself a lot, aren't I?
Who knows?
Ah!
My phone.
That's it!
Yeah.
That's the one!
The baby.
Good save.
We skipped over the dialogue, but I know for a fact that that's the one.
I did not press C.
Yeah, no, it does just trigger automatically sometimes.
Yes.
It's kind of the point.
I'm blaming Rob for this.
I didn't do anything.
He-
My hands off the keyboard.
He's responsible somehow.
Who was the baby?
My foot.
Oh my god, the knife. The
Yeah,
knife
let the
is
baby
like,
have the knife. The baby cannot have the knife.
And he can't have it. Not because it's dangerous, but because it's mine.
Right.
I mean,
Let's
it's
see.
fine.
That's the wrong button.
Have you ever seen this Koban? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Yes!
It'll trigger automatically, almost as like a interjection.
Yeah.
It's like they're literally interrupting each other.
Yeah.
Or the
We can
point is
advance
that,
dialogue.
or the point
He's
is they're
interrupting
talking too
you.
fast and you can't follow what they're saying anyway.
Yeah.
Something old bag.
That means he interrupted himself though.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm gonna like if we get to the main trilogy, I gotta do old bag just so I can like try to keep up with the text box.
Okay, very good. The very exact one that it is. The resplendent, splendiferous Hoey treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that faithful day.
It can't be.
As I thought.
Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Kill me
Gladly.
now. Where was my treasure? Where is it dropped?
I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere.
We found your coin sandwiched between a beefsteak and its plate, soaking in the seasoned meat's juices.
Delicious.
Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously?
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose.
Somebody concealed my hoary treasure between a slab of meat and a slab of plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing?
How did he not break that?
I'm very skilled.
Nobody can help my food? I guess I'll enjoy it.
Oh God, more talking.
Roman has literally 3 characters right now.
Excuse me. Could I say something?
Yes, of course.
Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga.
Roman, do you want one of us to take, like, the judge or something?
That might be a good idea.
Does anyone want to take the judge?
Let's
You can be the judge of that.
I guess
Want.
I guess I will be the judge of that.
Congrats, you're the judge.
I mentioned this
then
earlier.
Susanto comes back and I voice 3 characters now.
No,
Yeah.
I'll voice all woman. I fucking guess at this point.
The judge is whoever he wants to be. It's fine. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case.
Yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation.
La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau.
Okay, what kind of voice am I doing? What are we feeling?
As deep as you can go.
We're in a contest now.
Wicked crimes indeed.
You sound extra gravelly today, Judge.
Can you voice? We'll see how long his throat can last.
I mean, doing that's fine.
We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected.
So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it?
Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this Koban incident is the work of the same thief.
So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems.
I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Greta Sands Koban is all too clear.
Sans. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
What? Sans? Is he here? I want his autograph.
Huh? Sands?
I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korekuta-san's Koban and hid it under the steak? Who is this despicable Sans?
This
It
is
was-
a high
it was the baby. Shoot him.
High stakes trial.
Obviously, it can only be you. Surgeon Ayesa Nosa.
Wha- How?
I just got his name. Are you kidding me?
How dare you? You monster!
I imagine it's like a pun. So do you want to enlighten us?
Yeah, it's like him saying yes sir, no sir.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, sir.
Yes, sir, no sir.
Yes sir, no sir. Yes
Yeah,
sir, no sir.
Ace Attorney names are consistently very good.
Very funny. There's
Monster.
I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of like Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Idol. Idol was the mastermind behind all this.
I knew
Of
it.
course, blame the child.
I'm throwing my
always
child
do.
under the bus.
Classic criminal maneuver.
You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby?
I do.
Yes.
It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
The baby looks so guilty, so like remorselful.
You. Give me up on fucking horse now. No.
Oh, that didn't sound
What
good.
is he? He's doing like a Dio pose.
He's turning to Wario.
What the?
Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Yair Nosa prepared to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. Also, my back broke. Can I please get a wheelchair? My foot is stabbed, my back is broken, my mustache is ruined. Also, this child go back into the back pocket. Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe?
More than it pays teachers, probably.
Damn.
Damn.
I
pay
understand
teachers?
that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes.
All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son.
That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant.
The place is heaving with money.
I think it's heaving.
Heaving. Every 3 days, I go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time.
Sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable.
And your target that day was the old man and his Koban?
Yes, sir. He wasn't easy, Mark. I just slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
Persona 5 reference?
Persona joke.
No, I am not a phantom thief from Persona 5, as all I was set to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Bang!
For his neutral special, he uses a gun.
My cover, shit.
Yes, when the professor was shot.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I know too.
They'd kill that baby.
So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could, on the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
That was one of the that was one of the easiest Ace Attorney tangent I've seen in a minute.
Can I go home now?
Group ellipses. I don't know who this is.
This is
Oh,
ridiculous.
it could be
That
anyone.
was my guess.
Okay.
That was my guess.
Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time.
Well, Miss Brett,
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed. The theft of the Koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
nonsense, is it?
Well... oof!
Oof. Oof!
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
Now, let's not go after our customs, young lady. However, now that all current questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. In bonne journée.
Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming.
Oh,
Quit
no.
ogling her, she's mine.
No, not that. Something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. Can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up.
Since I'm capable of reading your thoughts, my love, if that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard.
Your Honor, they're gay.
What?
It need not be pointed out, young one. We can tell just by looking. These motherfuckers are gay. Good for them. You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Wait, Miss Brett.
What is it now?
I'm afraid. Just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Shut up.
I'd go next.
Close enough. Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it over using a knife and fork. It's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness.
La 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 la.
How could she tell it was?
Yes, I'm always right.
It was Sparta.
What she said there exposed an undeniable contradiction.
I'm going to need some evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it?
Probably the steak.
Why
I'm
is it
not
the
gonna
steak?
lie.
There was
I
a
don't
fork and
know what-
knife. There was a
wait.
fork and knife.
There was a fork and knife.
There was
I
a-
mean, like, that doesn't contradict it.
Wait, isn't it the fact that usually he'd hide it under his steak and then it was under her steak for some fucking reasons?
See, that's what
I don't know.
that's what I would have thought it was, but
The fork and knife are
If,
clearly
if that
used.
like if that was the case, the fork and knife comment doesn't need to be said.
I guess that too.
I would have just thought like, wait, hang on,
Wait.
Miss Brett, before you go, if it was their coin, what's it doing under your stake?
You're right, yeah.
Well, maybe the foreign knife leads to the same point I just said. Essentially.
Is it just that there's one pair of silverware? Is that the contradiction?
No, that's
No.
the table that Brett and Wilson were at, and
The contradiction
Wilson wasn't
is
able
that-
to eat because of the dentist
They
thing.
couldn't eat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it
It's
is.
a fork and
I'm
knife.
pretty sure it is fork and knife because that's what they focused on. I'm just saying, like,
So I don't.
why did that need to be specified and not just
I don't
like?
think this is a contradiction. Then I'm gonna offer it as.
No, it is
No,
a contradiction
okay,
because she said, she mentioned, eating the steak without a fork and knife, but there's a fork and knife there that are used, so
It points to the whole fact that I think one of the reasons why it's important is what the fuck would be his steak, because he eats his own steak while stealing shit. But that was her steak, so what the fuck is the coin doing under her steak? And pointing the fork and knife points it to not being his steak. Maybe.
Well, we'll see.
Based on the
My
logic, that's
my
weird.
point just being, I feel like it's a
Agree.
more roundabout path than it needed to be.
If
Yeah,
it,
I
if
don't know.
it's just a more
I'm
obvious
confused
guess.
because I was assuming there's only one steak, and you guys are mentioning multiple steaks.
There's different tables.
Yeah, different day.
It was Brett and Wilson at one table, and it was Nosa and old dude at the other.
But try to
Right.
point the.
We'll see what the logic is in a second.
Yeah, because sometimes Ace Attorney goes that very precise logic.
Yeah. The
Even
photographic
though-
print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred.
What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table.
Judge.
Oh, fuck, I forgot on both of them! The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed, yes? Go on.
More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
Now you're just splitting hairs, like the one that's on top of my head.
Ellipses.
Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural?
Unnatural? You mean like GMO?
Ugh.
What? Am I dumb?
Genetically modified meat.
It's extremely
Meat?
obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. Ugh. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett.
Dobby.
No, fuck you! Noticed what exactly, Counsel?
Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself. Of course she would point that out.
Then take a good look at the steak, in particular, the edge where it's been eaten.
I guess not the fork and knife, it's mostly the fucking bite mark.
As you can see, there
Tomato,
are
tomato.
clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Kind of same logic though, so
Oh.
Ellipses.
Ah,
It looks like Miss Brett has realized something.
So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
but what is your actual point? I'm actually confused here.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I feel like it's obvious, but I also know where it's going, so... Okay, I will. I'm sorry.
Ellipses. Of stress.
Sorry, mommy. Sorry, mommy. Dear lady.
As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course, this will all be over in the blink of an eye. In the bite of a steak, if you will.
I needed to
Took a
go
lot
too.
longer.
I needed to go a little bit too, but now I don't anymore. Resolved that problem.
I've heard enough. You irritating little spectacle samurai relic. From Japan.
Damn.
Okay.
What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers?
Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the stake have for her.
Uyunosuke, do you know where you're going with this?
Yes. Now at last, it's
The
all
king of
come
bluffing.
together. The mysterious teeth marks in the steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the bloodstain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day.
I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us?
Everything, Your Excellency.
He's bluffing.
Everything, everywhere, all at once?
Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
The bluff is crazy.
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of that phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats.
How
Man,
many
racist.
conclusive evidences have you destroyed today?
At least 2.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Yeah, that's kind of a limitation of the game, I guess. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
The bluff is
Has
crazy.
it? What? Bro, what is Blood talking about?
But
What is
just
he
because it
waffling
hasn't
about?
been shown, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
This is absurd. The trial has run several
Yes!
in-game, in real-life hours already. We're still on trial 1, for Christ's sake. And you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward?
Hey, for once a character saying several hours, it worked.
There can't be. I don't believe you have it.
He said it.
I don't. But there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom.
Oh god.
If that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case.
It must be the judge.
Okay, I will submit my evidence. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial.
You need some
Great
ginger
job.
ale, Judge?
Possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair. Nah, fam, I'm good. I've got some Clear sparkling water. I'm good for days.
Hell
This
yeah.
doesn't even
baby.
hurt my throat.
Sus?
Do
I'm
we know?
cooked.
Okay.
I'm
I can
so
backseat
cooked.
this one if everyone else is lost, just because it like transcends different days.
Dude, I've basically always been.
I've only
Well,
been in this
I feel like y'all know
courtroom.
more than I do.
I think it's the whole shit's the wrong
What
story.
does anyone know what he's trying to present?
Yes.
I assume
Not a single clue.
I assume he's talking about the other steak
Yeah.
that probably has the blood stain on it.
So
Yes.
who would present that stake?
It would be the kleptomaniac detective, right?
Yeah. I don't want to backseat too hard, but that like is tangent on information from a week ago.
Alright, he was the waiter, so he would have seen both steaks.
Yeah, and presumably he has
Also-
those stakes because he kept like everything with him.
Yeah.
I like this logic. I'm willing to go by this logic.
I mean, logic's correct, so you know.
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga.
What? I have it?
Yes.
Yes.
Dot.
You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous.
I think his nose bleeding.
No. I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on the stake with the teeth mark.
Yes.
Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Kuda-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak.
You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer.
Yes.
Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the stake that you put the coin under, in fact, your own stake?
And shouldn't? Affirmative, of course. I may be a soldier of the Barbarian army, but still... I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide there's something in it.
Manhandling her what?
I thought you were going to say manhandling her
meal, what I
meat.
mean.
Yeah, that's what my man went also.
That's not what I thought we were going.
Yeah, 'cause it's a gay game, that's why.
In other words, the stake that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Oh,
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly. Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two stakes over.
well,
Ellipses.
You did switch the plates?
Well, after it happened, the bang. When I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my stake and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I had it. I was caught. It was over. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my matching orders. It's a huge slab of meat after all. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance. Let me just squish this. With military precision and timing, I switched my stake with the one on the foreign lady's table. What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done.
Nothing, baby. Who's playing Lethal Company?
However, fear not, Prosecutor San.
What? No.
I swear on the brass buttons on my uniform. That is all I did, sir.
Oh, you did? That's plenty, Sergeant. Yes. You just wasted like an hour of our time.
so if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table.
Yes, that follows. I
Yeah,
pay
think about
attention,
it.
I swear.
Inspector Hosonaga,
Yes.
earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's stake after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had taken both.
That's correct.
She's shaking.
He's a kleptomaniac.
Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on this case.
Oh, so now you think it's dumb steak.
No, you're not winging your way out of this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you, no?
You're the one who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see the plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw in Miss Brett.
Just show us the meat.
Was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson. There was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest.
I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this trial any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Please present your meat. The other meat, the victim's meat. At the time of the just present it.
Yes, sir.
Who's that face?
Sorry for keeping you. My meat for your consideration. Here is the other steak and its plate. Please, feel free to examine it.
Blood.
What's this? There's ketchup on the corner.
Blue blood.
Who would eat
Yeah,
this
that's not
steak with
ketchup.
ketchup? I'm a judge.
Unless
I
it was
can't
meatloaf.
decide.
Now this makes everything
Meatloaf.
clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me.
In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
Wait, can I interrupt for a sec?
No,
Okay.
So,
no.
if you put ketchup on meatloaf, that's perfectly normal, right?
Okay.
But you can't put ketchup on steak. People would think that's weird. One of the main differences between steak and meatloaf is the addition of oats. So therefore, it should be appropriate to put ketchup on oatmeal.
True. Logic is sound.
The three things you can use to make oatmeal: water, milk, ketchup.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Very good.
What if the oatmeal has blueberries in it?
Then it would be purple. Because the red ketchup and the...
Seems legit.
It can't be.
Ketchup on oatmeal.
Can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is.
The baby.
Yeah.
No, sir. Are you a Republican?
That's right.
Do you
Mrs.
believe in giving
Brett.
babies guns?
It's you!
I'm having a heart attack.
Her swan became flaccid.
Outdone by Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No. No.
Scraw!
She's got a rock hard rager.
Yeah! I'm shooting up chicks! Yeah!
What's happening?
I can't scream for my life.
Average Ace Attorney breakdown.
She's dead. Goodbye.
And so I ascend to heaven. Goodbye forever.
Chip.
I'm keeping this one. I should name him Arnold.
Good.
I'm back.
Witness, have you come to senses?
I'm back. I talked to Jesus. He forgives me. Now please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time.
Gladly, Your Excellency. I shot all the chicks I could in a lifetime.
Shot all the chicks and shot all the quicks that gave D's, I don't know.
It was I who took the professor's life, using curare. As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That would be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. So I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. For reasons. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag. And my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
So it wasn't in the swan.
Under your skirt.
Please demonstrate for the class.
I was right. There were two guns.
Yeah, that's right. My two guns right here. Check out those pecs.
Excuse me,
Those
Miss
forearm
Brett.
muscles.
Miss Brett, excuse me. Is that a gun under your skirt, or are you just happy to see me?
Yes, the truth is revealed. Everyone in this courtroom has a penis, including me. It's a sausage fest after all. But yes.
That it was a steak fist.
Then I finished my coffee and got to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which he had presumably placed on the floor. place where you were sure that I would notice it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun, as I intended. And then, just as you bend down to pick it up,
Bang.
bang!
That's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point, he was already dead.
Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Also, don't ask how I got a gun.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. I put him in gay baby jail.
That's when I took the pushy to turn the professor in his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd picked up the gun. My headband is still flowing majestically. All is well.
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
I think it's a little bit more than a misdemeanor.
Second, first
Ouchie,
degree
have
murder.
you forgotten?
Murder.
English women are above the law.
Your Excellency,
Yes.
I wonder. Might I speak with you in private later? For a little fun time?
I shall call on you.
Don't do it, she's gonna freaking shoot you, dude!
Thank you.
I would
Good day,
love
then,
nothing
everyone.
less.
I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
Oh yeah, no harm done. You're good.
What the fuck?
She vanished.
My final message. Goodbye.
It would seem this trial has finally run its course.
At last.
I presume the
last course.
prosecution is in agreement.
Taketsuchi Ouchie does not lose. Except when he does. Not to the likes of this rookie student.
You'd better start getting used to you better start getting used to tough opposition.
Arg. Yunosuke Naruhodo.
What? Yes?
This insult to the Ouchie family name will never be forgotten.
You've become conceited with age, Council. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new.
I'm only 53.
It's the way of the world. May you never
God.
forget that.
He's gonna kill him.
He fucking wind slashed me.
The rage of that man.
Step
Zoners, am I
aside,
right?
Sephiroth. I'm the newcomer.
This is an unfavorable matchup.
1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Ouchie clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan, which I am marrying into tonight.
They're gonna put this guy in smash.
This trial, in the Supreme Court of Japan, will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case.
To thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology, truly unheard of. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue.
You're retiring?
Kazuma Asogi, please save me from this voice. Yes? Fuck. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you.
Kill the president.
Kill John Lennon.
Kill the queen.
I understand, Your Excellency. The Queen will die.
What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden?
Never mind. As for you, Uyenosuke Naruhodo,
Oh, yes.
in you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards.
He's the chosen one.
Well, thank you, Your Excellency. I didn't do anything, though.
It is time to deliver the final verdict.
Thank God.
I hereby find the defendant, Uyenosuke Naruhodo, guilty. Fuck you.
No! Whew.
Sheesh.
My ribbon is
I'm
still
free.
flowing majestically. All is well in the world.
Freedom!
This court is now adjourned.
Hooray.
That judge voice, like, initially, like, I was fine doing it, and just fucking, like, all of a sudden.
Listen, the only person you tried to fool was yourself.
Yeah, right. Well, it was legitimately fine at the start. I think, like, when I had to kind of switch back to the judge voice, like, I just wasn't able to find the spot that I found the first time. Anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Supreme Court of
Consistency is
Interconnected.
hard.
Yeah. Especially
Court
when you
of
have to switch
Judicature.
between two different characters. Or should I say three?
Depends, I might take over that one.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial.
Uyenosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazumi.
No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. I guessed right.
Girl.
Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Don't want me to voice her.
I mean, it's fine.
For now. Alright.
It's fine for now. We can cross that bridge later.
Alright.
Our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Unless, like, you want to commit to her for the entire game.
I mean, she's main character number 3, right? And then we
Yeah.
need someone for main character number 4, also known as the prosecutor.
Okay, checks out.
And then the...
Sholmes.
Is Sholmes also a recurring character?
He's heavily recurring, but he's not in the trials.
Ella Jones?
So a gumshoe, got it.
Yeah, kind of.
Nice. We'll figure something out for that. But for now, anyways, maybe we'll decide what it is.
Yeah, we can hot swap, as we've already been doing.
Yeah, decide in the meantime.
Oh no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much! If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Yes, of course.
Forgive me for intruding on court proceedings. Things. Your Excellency. Susato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense.
Speaking of Mikotoba,
Alright, have fun, Fred.
Like,
Oh, do you
oh,
want me to...
there you are. I believe congratulations. I know her. He'll be very brief, so it's fine.
Yeah. That's why I was offering.
Naruhodo, you did an excellent job.
Naruhodo.
thank you, Professor.
Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
My
Good friend.
best friend.
Oh, yes, you mentioned that before, right? It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to UMA University, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right. He was my gay lover.
Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably that's when you had met Dr. Wilson?
Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you work together.
I've never heard you mention that before.
Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world, for now. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
America? I will. I'll learn all that I can.
Ameriwa?
I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan.
You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you?
Of course. A man's sword is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. I definitely didn't know that line in advance. Don't read into it. The sword also cuts down anything that's in my way.
It has a compass in the pommel.
Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes.
One
It's
Piece would
very
be so
neat.
much shorter if Zolo had this sword instead of me. That reminds me. What's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder.
Ah, yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but
What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now, right? She's the true culprit after all.
he will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai.
What?
But
Shanghai?
some guy.
Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that.
What? But why not?
I'm trying to think who this could be. It might be the judge. It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Fine.
Nope.
I tried.
Inspector, it's me. Inspector
Inspector
Hosonaga.
Hosonaga.
Able to read.
I was just trying to think who would show up.
It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch.
It was a 50-50.
I must congratulate...
But wait, hold on. What's all this about consular jurisdiction?
Those are big words. Big words confuse me.
We could not try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan.
What? We can't try her? But then, who? Who's going to bring her to justice?
A British consular court will hear her case. Somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard.
But why a consular court?
I love when they turn
Professor,
towards each
I
other.
simply don't understand. Yes, the 3DS technology. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the friendship treaty.
Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right.
Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of highly political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Can
Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify the government's making secret agreements about her fate, does it? My headband ribbon is not pleased by this.
Like the
Something
Green Goblin
strange
mask.
is going on. Like the what mask?
The Green Goblin mask.
Does
your headband talk to you?
For actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
I don't believe it.
Also, yes, my headband does talk to me and it tells me that you're a bitch. Got him.
Sorry, I just got handed food.
I got on my phone and I'm like, okay, I'm not in this scene. I don't have to pay attention. And then the moment I realize Kazuma's in this scene, everyone stops talking.
It's true. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously.
But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Death penalty.
Yes,
Because we're in
change
Japan.
is coming. And we're the ones driving it. It's got 4 wheels.
Your Honor, League of Legends.
Guilty.
Death. Instant death. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for celebratory drink.
But Professor...
You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun.
I thought he was going to be like, we should be celebrating the death of whoever that professor was. Fuck him. In that case, might I suggest La Carnival?
Absolutely not.
As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. This is my new calling in life.
You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you?
No, we definitely don't want to go there.
Well, let's not worry about details for now. They haven't fired me yet. To La Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor?
Of course, La Carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh yes, thank you.
Gets Tando snapped.
Vanish. So Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know that. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma.
Yes, I'm Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke? Yeah, I didn't laugh. You're supposed to laugh.
I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today.
Actually, Am should have also laughed. Ha 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 ha. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work.
Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
I'm not so sure about that.
Huh?
To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
What? Come on, be serious.
Be for real. Say sight.
Beef.
Yeah, beef. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean.
Oh no, not me. Anyone but me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again.
I have
I
bad
just
news
said-
for what video game you're in.
I did what you
Your
told me to
protagonist
do.
changes. Now I am the main
Because-
character.
I knew I could trust you.
That's the point.
Sorry, what do you mean?
Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any loyal needs in order to win?
A sword?
A sword, yes. A
Knowledge
flowing
of law?
headband. A flowing headband. No, the ability to believe.
To believe? To believe what?
A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like he believed in me when I said I didn't do it?
Nope, I didn't believe in you at all.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in, and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person.
Believing in your client. I don't think I could do that.
Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me.
Well,
You face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me.
Well, thanks, Kazuma.
Yes, I'm Kazuma.
Asuma Cheerio.
There's something I
Buddha.
want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. I'll go get the bed.
Serious? But how bad is it?
There's a bed in the corner.
Oh, you're still. Wait, no, it's not like a fuck. I better know. Go.
You're still here, aren't you?
Hosonaga, you sound awful. That cough must be getting worse.
Oh, Inspector Hosonaga.
I just got done eating a bunch of spicy food. I'm not quite myself, you see. I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go.
The fuck is a
What
rickshaw?
rickshaws?
Thanks.
You're
We'll be
gonna
right
find
there.
out.
You're about to find out.
Like a horse and carriage, right?
Not a horse and carriage.
You ever play Saints Row the Third? No? Nobody?
We'll be
All
right
right.
there. I've only seen the fourth. I don't think I've seen Saints or otherwise.
It's a horse and carriage, but with
the
a
magic one. Let's pick up this conversation again later. Someplace where there's a bed. We should be
Alright.
celebrating right now. Your first court victory.
And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget.
That too.
Damn. Is that
Anyway,
headband
I-
just mesmerizing?
Never mind. It's technically Ryunosuke still?
You know, my very first trial came to an end.
Kazuma, Professor Mikotoba, that girl, whoever she was.
Not him.
Not him.
To Hosonaga. I didn't really do anything, but still.
He brought forth a
And
lot
also-
of evidence.
And also the judge with the gavelly voice.
I managed to get through.
Not that other one.
And the prosecutor.
More, but more important, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life forever.
What they
Yeah,
should have
well,
done
yeah.
is they should have had the American spellings for everything, and then changed them to British spellings when they go to Great Britain.
We won!
We did it. We
Say,
finished.
say that again, Ian? They should have
I
had...
got an achievement!
Like, have you noticed that it's all the British spellings, right? They should have waited until they got to
Great.
Oh,
Britain.
Great
for
Britain
like-
before
for like
they
favor.
use those. Yeah, and spelling stuff with an S instead of a C
Yeah.
or a Z.
And honor.
By the way, since like I
Honor.
finished... I just like recently watched Konosuba, some of it. The fucking joke of like, yes, I'm Kazuma, like every time someone says his name is so
Hi,
understated.
Kazuma des.
Yeah, it's so
Hi.
understated, but it's so good.
Hi.
It's like that and the steel are like the gifts that keep giving. Steel. Steel.
We have to
Yeah.
We can start it. I mean, I can be vetoed, but I would like to at least start it.
Do we have to?
I would
I
like
prefer
to
not
start
to.
it, but I can be vetoed.
Also,
I
mean,
vote
that-
against. I'm voting against.
I mean, like, because like if we started, where are we gonna stop?
I mean, what if I said episode 2 is just an investigation?
I don't believe you. He's lying.
Oh, come
Fine.
along.
He's like,
he's
Oh
like,
yeah. Episode 1 was just a court case.
Yeah. Also, I know the main thing is we'll have to decide who gets to be the prosecutor, as that's the main one of the main characters usually.
He's not in episode 2.
Them.
Also, like, I'm not asking to voice him, but it'll be really funny if I do for reasons.
He'll be too many main characters rejected.
does Hosanaga show up
Hosanaga's in
anywhere
episode
else?
2. He's in episode 2.
Okay, all right.
Episode 2 is on the boat. They don't get
Okay.
to like Britain.
Gotcha.
It's just an investigation.
Hmm.
It's the investigation tutorial.
And I see. The road to Great British.
Look, I have
The road to
another
British.
gag that I've been like saving for the start of episode 2. And I don't
Oh,
want
yeah,
to have
you've
to
been
sit on it
telling
for
me.
another week. No, it's not anything that
Me
I've said to
too.
anyone.
The clone.
No,
wars.
you told me you had a gag, I think.
Maybe.
You did not tell me what the gag was.
Well, I talked about like the Fred gag with him voicing French.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's just the one thing.
In a corner of that small,
Oh, what the-
dark room, Sholmes and I waited.
Sholmes?
Bated breath.
Yes.
Could be
In
anyone.
time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike. It truly was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
What is he talking about?
So all the cases are named after different like Sherlock Holmes adventures.
Neat.
So that's like just one of the adventures.
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
I'd love him.
I think my
Discover
prospect
what events
is like
led to this
dying.
curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time. This is a most
Says don't open, by the way.
And evidently,
This is Domo Arigato.
Yeah.
in fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
Who's got a gun?
Looks like a paint gun.
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Bro has X-ray vision.
There's kind of X-ray.
Who are you? And what do you think you're doing here?
Heavy from Team Fortress 2.
We must wait. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you. What?
Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from? I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Herlock Sholmes. I presume...
Wait, he said it. You're not allowed to say that. It's
He said the
copyrighted.
thing.
It's copyrighted. You're not allowed to say that.
It's fine. He said the funny version of it.
Oh, no, he did. You're right. I'm just fucking dumb. I get them mixed up because I'm so used to it now. Okay, who's playing Sholmes? I want to send you something real quick.
Yeah, who wants to be Sholmes?
Who wants to be Sholmes?
I vetoed, so I won't be voicing anyone tonight.
Alright, well, I'm gonna too.
Okay.
Because Fred says that I'm voicing too many characters.
Okay.
Just click the voice thing for the translation of that. Because I love the gag, even though it's so fucking dumb, and I want the pronunciation to be like semi-decent.
Oh,
Is this me?
Yes, it is. Probably.
Oh,
Blue
my
text
head.
is always the player character, I think. Yeah, sorry.
Hit it. Yes.
What was that?
There's only about it.
Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait, I can't move.
Not again.
Ah! What the? Why am I in handcuffs?
I think that's Sholmes.
it's probably Sholmes.
Most likely Sholmes.
Huh. So you wake up now, hmm?
Oh.
It's me, Sholmes.
We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man.
You found me then.
Da, we found you. And now you pay, criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, hmm?
Sorry.
Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is, hmm?
No, I'll tell you everything.
Susato.
Okay. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Why the fuck are you here?
Why'd you do it? I was joking.
Why did you take his life?
Miss Susato? Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? No, not again! Where is he? Where's Kazuma?
Sad ellipses.
You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses.
What?
Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago.
What the fuck is this? He's already dead? Now fuck this, I won't do anymore.
Dead?
Dead. Here, in this very cabin, that was bolted shut from the inside.
Also, Fred's like, Susato, main character number 3, Dobby voices too many characters, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Main character dies.
It's a good thing this main character will stick around for the whole thing. It's a good thing Phoenix Wright games don't have a history of killing off an important saving character.
Man.
I alt-tabbed so I can soundboard.
His body?
Please. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep.
Congrats,
He's
Dobby,
murder.
you're the
Also, Fred, I
Zoom is
wanted
dead,
to say again, it'll be really funny if I voice the prosecutor for reasons.
yes.
but he can't be.
Now that I'm not voicing too many main characters.
Congrats, you're the prosecutor. We saw that, hooray! That's right, I kind of forgot that's the victory thing.
I don't know what you're on about. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I
have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Why? Answer me, please!
No. No.
Wait, hold on, I got you.
Yes, I'm Kazuma.
Just 2 short weeks ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble?
Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Way. Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study?
It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die.
Yes, I still can't quite believe that.
I need like a stone on stone noise whenever characters turn in this game.
I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Trunk.
What?
Twink
You must
privilege.
be even less of a man than you look.
That was joking.
Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body.
Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. 10. But if you can confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you.
I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway.
They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. Sure.
What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady?
From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? Mean?
From
Okay, I'm not
your
doing it anymore.
more to the point.
Howard.
Surely we could confide in her.
It's an actual
couldn't we?
conversation.
I don't believe she'd give me away.
No. But if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this.
I suppose so.
Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze.
Yes, but what if the steward decides to open a wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it.
Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? Surely they'll be able to read Japanese.
Don't look.
Oh. What?
And then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside.
I don't know.
Don't dead open inside.
We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Oh.
We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer.
No, I'm not a murderer.
Da. You said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes.
No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but murdering my best friend...
No one else could have done it. Admit the truth.
Oh, there.
Susato-san,
Ellipses.
please tell me what happened. I need to know.
Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you too.
Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. Don't say it. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer?
When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside.
What do you mean?
There's no access to the cabin via the porthole window, and the bolt on the door can be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped from these four walls.
What? That makes no sense. How'd the steward get it?
Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation?
This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly?
Have you read a book? This is a classic. I mean, are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances?
That's actually in character for Fred.
Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me.
Cause of death is still determined.
You don't know how he died?
The ship's doctor's examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience.
Save!
I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call.
So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then.
That's true, yes.
Actually, if we don't go much longer, the Sholms might not even appear today. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because I imagine, like, I just want to get to my gag of Kazuma dying.
What actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? He's like the best guy ever.
It's true.
Presumably, that's something you know the answer to better than anyone.
I named my Rifter Amiibo after Kazuma.
Yes.
Please.
Whatever you say. You were here in the cabin, after all.
Well, yes, I was, but...
Ellipses harder. He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. He were pretty bad in bed that day. I could sense that he wouldn't.
What does that mean? He was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door, I wonder.
I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. Did you know this room only has one bed? Anyways, the crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... Didge.
The headband is no longer flowing.
He's dead.
Oh my god. He was scrawling a message in blood.
And there was Kazuma-sama, collapsed on the floor.
And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything like that had happened.
Ever!
I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow.
I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe.
This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me.
Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question.
Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything.
Why are you even on board this ship, Naruto-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time.
I had no idea. But how could he have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing?
No, that would have been impossible, obviously.
The judicial system is not very smart.
Yes, of course.
That's who invited me. You wanted us to go to England together.
He actually asked you out? But
yes, I did.
Why?
I'm afraid I don't really know the answer to that.
I don't understand. Gay men? In this day and age?
Despite my feminine charm?
What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you?
You can't tell, Uyanosuke? I love you. This is the Pride music. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself?
Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious.
You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that.
But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer.
Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways.
Look at that spelling center.
There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there?
Well, no, definitely not.
But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then...
Then what?
Nothing. Forget it. Now, take off your clothes.
What?
And then we fucked.
Kazuma-sama is... He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you.
Yes, maybe. Yes.
He wanted to legalize gay marriage.
Something's still bothering me a little.
Truly progressive.
The look in his eyes. It was darker than I've ever seen before.
He knew how hard it would be.
Susato-san. I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on the ship, I mean.
If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me. To avoid me becoming guilty by association.
That's exactly right, yes. Word perfect, in fact.
If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night? What happened?
What happened?
Well, you see, the thing is... I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I
fell asleep?
Well, yes.
So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed?
Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything.
Really?
Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it.
Susato-san, you have to believe me, please, I didn't do it.
I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could possibly have done this. Also, you have a track record of being accused.
Yeah, and also being innocent.
No, see, the being innocent's not a track record yet because it only happened once, but being accused happened twice.
Hmm.
I would like to stop.
Okay. Yeah, we got to the part that I wanted to get to, so I'm fine.
I would like to stop.
Yep.
The save button.
Save button.
The save
Oh.
Oh,
Yes,
just do it.
the save.
Adventures.
It's a relative main character to decide who voices Sherlock Holmes, I guess.
Yeah, prosecutor.
Did you want to be the prosecutor? Yeah.
I'm indifferent. It's just really funny if I do. For reasons.
Yeah. I see.
That I will not even need to point out.
I see.
Yo, is that Mallows?
Are you looking? What are you looking?
From the back of this splash.
The guy facing the other way kind of looks like his hair reminds me of Mallows.
Oh, yeah, no, I fucking see it. Holy shit. I think that's a character that I want Roman to voice.
Oh yeah.
I see.
He hang on. Well, I was gonna no, it's not. It's not. Because right here, like right behind Renosuke is the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Anyway. I'm gonna close stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Say the thing that you always say at the end of the streams, Rob.
What thing?
You know, the thing.
The thing.
Like
Yes,
and
anything.
scribble.
Because it's Twitch, it's like and follow.
Like in user Twitch Prime.
Yeah.
Fucking
Use
nerd.
your Twitch Prime.
Twitch
He says that every live stream.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It stream's not really yet. I haven't like actually closed stream yet because you fuckers kept me talking. I was also like, oh, I should raid Talos. He's not streaming. Motherfucker.
Oh, Talos teaches.
Yeah.
He's not streaming. How sad.
Yes. Technically, I can't raid him anyway because he doesn't allow raids of one person, which is like fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. Otherwise, people abuse spam it.
Yeah. I want to get in the habit of raiding, but like, yeah, I don't even have viewers. What's the point? It's like, I am watching your stream now, and then I close the stream. Okay. I am...
It's good practice to remember.
Yeah. I don't think I have anyone... Nico. If you are in this stream and you are hearing this, go watch Nico. Was it 273? I just had it. I will literally just open his stream. Okay. Go give Nico a follow. He is playing Xenoblade. Okay. Later.